If your cat has ever reached out and placed their paw on your arm, your leg, your face at 2 in the morning, you probably thought it was sweet, and you weren't wrong. But what's actually happening in that moment goes much deeper than affection. Cats communicate almost entirely through body language, and a paw placed on you is one of the most loaded signals in their entire vocabulary. Miss what it means, and you might be overlooking something your cat has been trying to tell you every single day. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what 7 different things that gesture can mean, and how to read which one is happening right now. Cats are not mysterious, they just speak a different language. The frustrating part is that most of us were never taught to read it. We grew up being told cats are aloof, independent, unreadable. So when they reach out and touch us, we tend to smile and move on. But animal behaviorists who study feline communication have found something remarkable. Cats that live closely with people develop a specific set of physical gestures they use almost exclusively with the humans they trust. Paw placement is one of them. According to veterinary behaviorist Dr. Karen Overall, physical contact between a cat and their owner is almost always intentional, never random. We're going to go through 7 things your cat is communicating when they put their paw on you. They go from the most obvious to the one that genuinely surprised me when I first came across it. Let's start with the one you've probably already guessed, but maybe not for the right reason. Number one, your cat is telling you they feel safe. When a cat places their paw on you gently, relaxed body, half closed eyes, slow breathing, that is a direct expression of trust. Here's the science behind it. Cats evolved as both predators and prey. That dual nature means they are constantly, unconsciously scanning their environment for threat. And when a cat chooses to touch you with a relaxed paw, they are signaling that their nervous system has fully registered you as safe. It's not a conscious decision, it's biological. So if your cat rests their paw on your hand while they're drifting off, or reaches out and holds your arm while you're sitting quietly, that's not habit. That's their nervous system giving you its highest rating. But trust is just the beginning. Number two, your cat is scent marking you. Cats have scent glands in the pads of their paws. When they press a paw against you, they are at a chemical level marking you as theirs. This is the same mechanism they use throughout your home. When they need your blanket, rub their cheek against a door frame, or scratch the corner of your couch, those are all versions of the same behavior. Scent deposition, ownership. The difference with paw placement on a person is that it's paired with physical proximity. They're not just marking you, they're choosing to stay close while doing it. Veterinary behaviorists describe this as social bonding through contact marking. Your cat isn't being possessive in a negative sense, they're including you in their inner circle, the circle they protect. Now, here's where it gets a little more complicated. Number three, sometimes the paw is a request. Not every paw placement is about love, some of them are demands. If your cat reaches out and taps you, especially near your face or while you're eating or working somewhere, that is an attention solicitation gesture. Animal behaviorists call it exactly that. It's the feline equivalent of tugging on your sleeve. The tricky part is that the gesture looks almost identical to the trust based paw placement. The difference is in context and the body language that comes with it. A demand paw usually comes with an upright posture, a direct stare, sometimes a vocalization. A comfort paw tends to be slower, softer, and paired with a completely settled body. This matters because your response trains the behavior. If you respond to a demand paw with affection every time, you're reinforcing that asking strategy, which isn't necessarily bad, but it's worth knowing what you're teaching. And this next one, most cat owners get it completely wrong. Number four, pulling away from the paw and why it backfires. One of the most common mistakes cat owners make is moving away the moment their cat reaches out. It usually happens in the middle of something, a phone call, a deadline, a moment when attention feels inconvenient. The cat extends their paw. The owner shifts away. No big deal, right? Here's why it actually matters. Cats are highly sensitive to rejection patterns. Research from the University of Lincoln found that cats closely monitor their owner's emotional availability and adjust their attachment behavior accordingly. A cat that reaches out repeatedly and gets moved away doesn't stop wanting contact, right? They stop initiating it. Over time, a cat that was once openly affectionate can become withdrawn. Not because they changed, but because they learned that reaching out doesn't work. The paw you brushed off wasn't nothing, it was an invitation. If you're the kind of person who actually pays attention to what your cat is trying to communicate, and clearly you are, or you wouldn't still be watching, it would mean a lot if you'd hit subscribe. We put out videos like this every week. Real feline behavior science explained in a way that actually makes sense for the cat you already love. Number 5, when the paw is actually a stress signal. Here's the one most people never see coming. In some cases, a cat placing their paw on you isn't affection or a request. It's a self soothing behavior tied to anxiety. Cats experiencing low level chronic stress from a change in routine, a new person in the home, a conflict with another animal, will sometimes seek out physical contact with their trusted person as a regulatory behavior. The touch isn't about you, it's about them trying to manage a nervous system that's been running too hot. The sign that distinguishes this from normal affection, it becomes compulsive. The cat returns to it repeatedly, often within a short time frame. They may also show other low grade stress indicators, over grooming, reduced appetite, or avoiding certain rooms in the house. If you notice a sudden increase in paw contact alongside any of those signs, it's worth a conversation with your vet. But this is the one that actually changed how I think about cats entirely. Number 6, they're doing for you what they do for each other. Adult cats almost never touch other adult cats they don't fully trust. In multi-cat households where the cats have an ambivalent relationship, deliberate physical contact is rare. Cats reserve touch for their closest bonds. When cats in a bonded pair rest together, one often drapes a paw over the other. Researchers call this allogrooming contact. It's how they reinforce social bonds at a neurochemical level. Physical touch releases oxytocin in cats the same way it does in humans. When your cat puts their paw on you, they are doing exactly that, treating you not as a caretaker, not as a food source, but as a member of their bonded social group. The gesture that looks so small, it is the highest compliment a cat knows how to give. Which brings us to the last point, and honestly, the most important one. Number 7, the bond is real and you can make it stronger. Every time your cat puts their paw on you, they are reinforcing something that took time and consistency to build. And the science is clear that bond has real consequences for their health. Cats with secure human attachments show lower baseline cortisol levels, better immune response, and longer life expectancy than cats with anxious or avoidant attachment patterns. The bond isn't just emotional, it's physiological. The simplest thing you can do to strengthen it, respond. Not every time, not in a way that rewards demanding behaviors, but with presence. Let them know the reach was received. A slow blink, a gentle hand, staying still. That's all they're asking for. To know that when they reach out, something reaches back. So the next time your cat places their paw on you, whether it's on your arm at 2 in the morning, against your cheek while you're trying to read, or quietly resting on your hand, you'll know what's actually happening. It might be trust, it might be a request, it might be comfort seeking or scent marking or the feline equivalent of saying you're mine, and I mean that in the best possible way. And in every single case, it means the same thing at its core. They chose you. Out of every surface in your home, every sound, every scent, they reached for you. Your cat can't tell you that in words, but they just did. If you want to understand more about how cats bond, I made a video on the 6 things cats only do with their favorite person. Behaviors most owners mistake for random quirks. It's right here when you're ready.